Maybe a feeling to a degree of Phoenix rising back where they belong? Yes, no?
We're getting there. Yeah, we're getting there little by little. It's a process, and processes take time. And thankfully, the hard work of this year, it's taken us this far now. Now we cannot forget everything that we've done in order to get here. We enjoyed tonight, and then we switch on again and make sure that we're ready to go next week, because I promise you it's going to be another battle.
We see Danny get the early goal. Feels as though you guys invited a lot of pressure then until they get the equaliser in there. What do you think happened in those moments?
Yeah, you get an early goal, you're playing on a away field. Stadium kind of like gets on top of the local team, and they get that energy, and they want to come forward. We've made some adjustments that then allow us to be able to press a little bit higher up the field. And I told you last week in San Diego, I don't feel comfortable because I don't like it. It's not part of our identity to defend deep for long periods of time. There's moments, circumstances, situations that you're going to have to do it, but it was too early in the game for that. And then they came on top of us, and listen, they have a team that has good service, good deliveries, crosses in, they're high pressing you, and we were not feeling comfortable. So we made adjustments, and I think after that, at probably the 35th minute, then we took control of the game again. And that's when I was starting to feel good again about, okay, now the blood is pumping, we're taking control of the game. Now let's just make sure that we can finish some of the chances that we're creating.
Few moments where you could have gotten a goal in that second half, and of course both called offside. Did you get any feeling that things were going against you in those moments?
I don't want to say something that's going to get me a fine, but I've had a feeling that things are going against us for a while. You get 9 minutes in San Diego. Now you come in, and I don't know where they get 3 minutes in the second period of time. But at the end of the day, listen, these boys are so resilient. These boys stayed focused. They understood the assignment. And at the end of the day, listen, I'm just a guy standing on the sideline. This is all the players, man. It's their heart, it's how much they believe, and they keep pushing forward. This team doesn't back down. This team doesn't quit. And listen, we have the ability to make subs and get better, and that's been proven not just in the playoffs but also earlier. And I am very, very happy for all of them.
You bring Emi on, you bring Eriksson on. Obviously, both end up being involved in the goal. But what specifically were you looking for them to bring when they came on?
Oh, and I promise you that all I was thinking was, when I sub Eddie, he's going to put in Jamison. Like, it was one of those that I was feeling that we had the possibility to go after the game with the names and or players that we had on the bench, but also by making those offensive substitutions, then we're going to be a bit, defensively, it was going to be a bit tough because I knew the players that they had on the bench. So that's as soon as we made that sub, look what happened. They put in Jamison, speed on that side, and then we decided to put in Emi in order to progress the ball a little bit better and also break lines and arrive late to the box. And listen, very, very happy for all of them. They're training well. They're coming into games well. Like I said, they're understanding the assignment. They're understanding that everyone in this roster is important. They're understanding that, there's roles that they might play in different games, and they're believing in those roles. So I'm very, very happy for them. They deserve it.
2 late-minute winners in both playoff games. What's that say about your team's mentality?
They don't stop. They don't quit. They push forward. They stay focused and engaged, and they're believing. They're believing in the work that we're doing and in the work that they're putting in. And I am so happy and grateful that it's paying off, because sometimes you could do all the work, you could believe, you could push forward, and then things don't go your way. So thankfully, this last 2 games, things have gone our way, but also because we have looked for them. It hasn't been a coincidence. We put the names on the field to go after games, especially in the overtimes, and it's paid off.
How awesome was the fan support tonight, and how much did that drive your guys forward?
Incredible. When I came out for the warm-up and I saw them right away, I said, wow, okay, we're not alone. And I always tell our players, it's a sense of belonging that is difficult to develop or create when you have 21 new players, especially in year 1. It's difficult to create sense of belonging after a few months only. But look at our players, man. These guys, they bleed these colors. They truly believe in what we're building, and they truly understand that they have the opportunity to give back. Look how much we received tonight, but also how much did the players give back to them. And that's what it is. It's a full circle. And that's how organizations grow. That's how you create sense of belonging. And this is what we decided to do since day one. And we're going to keep walking in the same direction.
Two emotional and dramatic ends to a game. Do you really think you have a lot of momentum going into Sacramento next week?
A lot of momentum, but also a lot of miles or distances in those legs of the players. So mentally and physically, we're going to have to recover the players. Right away, I hugged Trejo and I hugged three of them, and the first thing they said to me is, "We're not done. We got, another one to go." And that just speaks high volumes of their mentality, of how focused we are in the objective. And listen, we're very, very happy that we put ourselves in a final and we put the organization back in a final. Now we got to get ready to go again.
Do you ever see this happening at the start of the year? Do you foresee this?
I have to see it, because if you don't see it, then you can't push at moments that it gets difficult. If you don't have the vision of visualizing or thinking how far you want to get, it's difficult when it gets hard then to push forward again. So if you're going to ask me, it's of course it's difficult to make it to a final. But when Bobby called me and he told me about having the possibility to come back to Phoenix Rising, nights like this were the first ones that came to my mind. And I've been visualizing this since that phone call. And tonight that became a reality. And like Trejo said, like Harvey, Ale, Manu, we're not done. We got to keep pushing, and we have an important week ahead of us versus a very good team and a very good coaching staff.
No, profe, consiguen una victoria importante, regresa a Phoenix Rising a otra final más. Usted como entrenador, ¿cómo va el plantel? ¿Cuáles son esas primeras sensaciones que sentís?
Que el plantel está muy unido, que los jugadores están metidos, que están creyendo, que el equipo quiere más, que el equipo no se conforma, y eso es lo más importante que he visto en estos últimos partidos. El equipo no se rindió durante la temporada regular, cuando sabíamos que parte del proceso al principio iba a costar, que no iba a ser fácil, y ahora los jugadores están metidos al 100% en lo que queda. Feliz por esta noche, feliz por poder, junto a los jugadores y el cuerpo técnico, volver a poner a Phoenix en una final, pero todavía queda. Hay que prepararse y ya pensar en lo que sigue, porque va a ser un partido bastante complicado contra Sacramento y contra Mark, que está haciendo las cosas bastante bien.
Bueno, Emil Cuello se convierte en, digamos, el héroe de la noche, ¿no? Y ya lo había hecho también antes en el anterior partido contra Orange County. Las cualidades que tiene él, a veces no recibe tantos minutos, pero bueno, cuéntenos su opinión sobre él.
Es que es difícil, porque voy a tener que mandar una carta a la FIFA para jugar con 16 jugadores, y no se puede. Tienes que jugar con 11 y solo puedes vestir a 18. Hoy se vuelve a quedar fuera de la lista de 18 Carlitos Anguiano, que ha sido uno de nuestros mejores jugadores desde el día 1. Se vuelve a quedar Fede fuera de la lista, que es uno de los jugadores más talentosos de esta liga que he visto en años, y dos jugadores que quiero y respeto mucho. Después, tenemos que empezar con un equipo titular, y en el banco de suplentes se nos quedan jugadores sumamente importantes, todos. Lo importante que cabe destacar de esto es que hoy nuevamente vuelven a jugar todos, excepto Patrick. Nuevamente todos entienden el rol que se les asigna por partido, y la unidad del grupo, que de principio a fin ha sido espectacular. Entonces, eso es lo que me quedo yo, y lo que me sigue dando fuerzas para seguir trabajando, para seguir exigiendo, porque a estos jugadores se les exige muchísimo durante la semana. Y que hoy Emi haya nuevamente nos dé una alegría, pues me da mucha satisfacción, porque también Gallardo, entre los dos hicieron la jugada y los dos salen del banco. Así que eso es muy importante.
Los sentimientos antes del partido de San Diego, usted dijo que estaba un poco nervioso. ¿Cómo se sentía antes de este juego hoy?
Sí, él hablaba un poco sobre los nervios en San Diego, pero no nervios del partido. Un poco nervioso porque al final vivimos en una sociedad donde no creen en procesos, los procesos son complicadísimos, donde sabía que a lo mejor un resultado en una noche hace una semana podía poner en duda el trabajo de 10 meses. Y mira, gracias a Dios se han dado 2 resultados, pero al final son 2 resultados. O sea, esto es un trabajo que lleva ya 10 meses, y ahí ha estado la pelea contra la adversidad, ahí ha estado la resiliencia de los jugadores, cómo nos levantamos después de perder en casa contra Las Vegas 1-0, cómo nos levantamos después de ir a Sacramento y perder, y después ir a Monterrey y saber que era un partido que había que ganar sí o sí, y se ganó. Y eso es lo que me ponía nervioso la semana pasada, que a lo mejor un resultado podía poner todo eso en dudas. Acá estamos metidos, estamos unidos, creemos a muerte en este proceso, y yo personalmente con todo el cuerpo técnico creemos a muerte en estos jugadores. Los queremos muchísimo y estamos muy felices por lo que están logrando.
Parece como casi algo del destino, ¿no? Jugar contra Sacramento, porque perdieron contra ellos 4-0 durante la temporada regular, pero ahora el equipo va en pique y ahora se enfrentan contra ellos en una final. ¿Qué es lo que necesita ahora el equipo después de casi 250 minutos en estos dos partidos para seguir adelante y llegar a la gran final?
Ramón, primero recuperar mentalmente y físicamente. Han sido 2 semanas de un desgaste bastante grande mental y físico. Tenemos que recuperar los jugadores. Nos toca viajar nuevamente. Volvimos a comprar los pasajes aéreos bastante tarde el día de mañana para poder recuperar. Entonces, cuando hablamos de visión y de cosas que hasta los pasajes cuando los compramos estamos pensando es que se va a ganar y hay que recuperar al día siguiente. Entonces, mañana empezamos ya la recuperación, mañana nos metemos en el partido. Este grupo no tuvo un día libre después de San Diego, porque jugamos el domingo y ahora nos tocó sábado y tuvimos que viajar. Entonces no nos dio tiempo de darle un día libre. Entonces estos chicos vienen con 2 semanas de cargas de trabajo físicas y mentales. Ahora a recuperarlos, a enfocarnos otra vez, a entender que fue un pasito más y Dios quiera podemos, como te digo siempre, armar un buen plan de trabajo durante la semana que nos lleve a un buen plan de partido para poder conseguir un resultado positivo.